Good morning, peoples, and welcome back to Day Trade with Tony. And we're day trading. Well, we're not day trading at the moment, but we're looking for day trades. So, what is a day trade? I hear you ask. Well, a day trade is a trade that's open and closed intraday, or the same day. Now, if you live in America, if you're a US citizen or you're living within the United States of America, then you may be subject to, and you're using a broker that's regulated by the SEC, then you may be subject to what's known as the pattern day trading rules, or the PDT. And that's basically limits if you have if you're trading on a margin account, and this is the key, a margin account where you get leverage, and I'll come to that in a second. If you're trading on a margin account, then you are limited to the number of trades that you can take in a 5-day period. So I think it's three trades intraday, 3-day trades in a 5-day period. However, if you're trading on a cash account, and this is the thing, if you've got a small account, it's probably better to trade on a cash account than it is on a margin and be subject to the PDT rule. You're not getting leverage, so that will reduce your risk a little bit. And you will be subject to the T+2 settlement, which basically means you have to wait for the cash to settle after each trade before you can then use that money that was in that trade for the next trade. So pros and cons for both. The advantages of the main advantage that I see of trading in a margin account is twofold. One is instant settlement, because very rarely are you fully leveraged. But one is instant settlement, and the other is the ability to go short. Rather than so it just adds another string to your bow. So what is going short? It's borrowing shares from the broker to sell before you've actually bought, and then you buy them back at a lower price. So yeah, that's probably the two main advantages of having a margin account. But there you go. Slow morning, boss. Slow morning. Morning, Mike. Ran out of tea bags as well. I'm kind of getting to the point where the cupboards are bare. I've got nothing in the cupboards, nothing in the fridge. I've no beers, I've no wine. I've got a bottle of ouzo for some strange reason. I'm like, why did I buy this bottle of ouzo? I've got half a bottle of brandy, and I've got a half a bottle of tequila. And that's my entire drinks cabinet right now. I've got bits and pieces for in the cupboard food wise. Probably will end up getting chucked in the bin. So I'm kind of living on takeaways for the next 3 days. So yeah, we'll see. McFly, it depends on what market, on what stock, on what instrument. If you're talking crypto, I'm long-term bullish, short-term bearish. If you're talking the wider market today, well, the SPY's up quite a bit today. Again, it's been driven up by tech stocks. Largely by tech stocks. If you look at Nvidia, it's up again today. Amazon's up again today. even Disney's. In fact, all of my stocks, my long-term holdings are up at the moment. I'm pretty much in the green. So remember, over the last 18 months or so, the whole bear market thing, because I stacked up so much in 2021, and I was just averaging down in my long-term positions and my long-term portfolio, and I'm green on pretty much everything now. So it was worthwhile just doing that long-term hold. The NASDAQ is up quite a bit. So look at the Invesco QQQ ETF, which tracks the NASDAQ 100. You can see this is up right now. It's up almost 0.75%, 0.7. It was up like 0.75, so it was 0.75%. It's looking bullish. We've got in just a minute, we've got the PPI data, which is another form of inflation monitoring data. We've also got the US unemployment data, or jobless claims. That's about to drop in the next minute or two, and we'll see that there will be some action on the wider market. So I'll switch over to the SPY, which is the Spider S&P 500 ETF from State Street. It's probably the king of market monitoring. Hey Alberto, good to see you, and we'll see how that data, when it drops, and how it drops, how it affects the overall market. So let's get ready for that. Here we go. We'll see a little bit of fluctuation. There we go. The PPI 0.2 versus 0.1 versus 0.2 estimate. So good. We're going to have another rally today. I think this is more expected. Hence the gap up. So I think it's more baked in and priced in. But I think we're going to have a positive day today as a result of that. We'll see the jobless claims come out in a second. And yeah, the inflation data very, very positive for the market. So we should see a bit of a bullish move today, almost at the all-time highs again. You have to go back to 2021. So back to early 2022 to be at this kind of level. Yeah, so March on the S&P 500, the last time we were at this level was March 2022. So the all-time highs on the S&P 5 on the SPY, the S&P 500 is 480. So we're currently sitting at 447. There's a way to go to get to the all-time highs, but we're not far off. We bottom out on that. Remember, I'm looking back at the COVID drop down to like 220s on the SPY, and the move back up. Then we had that huge 18-month rally, and then the bottom out of the bear market in October last year. So some very bullish activity. I think we should have a bullish day today. Let me just have a quick look at the Qs. Yeah, we've got the highs on the Qs. So let's look at the Qs where we're at 375, which is tracking the NASDAQ 100. The highs on the Qs were back in November 2021, and it went up to kind of 408. So a little while to go, but we're getting there. We just breached a major resistance level there at 365. So we breached that last week, and yeah, looking very bullish. We're in bullish bull market territory again, but we're not quite over the worst. But we're in bull market territory again, so we're on the move back up. Certainly recovered. Certainly on the NASDAQ 100, we've recovered pretty much all of the losses that we sustained in 2022. So the last time we were at this level, 376, would have been January 2022. So we've pretty much recovered all of those losses for last year. So yeah, the market looking quite bullish at the moment, guys. No, you were right. You were right the first time, McFly. PPI. Yeah, good day for you. A good day for both of you yesterday, Volt, Alvis. In fact, it was a good day all round from everybody that was in the day trade with Tony community. Well done on yesterday. Most of you finished green and finished green well, above goal. So fair play to all of you. And for those of you who didn't, stick at it. It's, you know, sometimes timing can be everything. The TQQQ is currently 42.78, and I'm so what I did with my crypto, once my crypto got into a green position, because I'm actually bearish on crypto at the moment. Once all my crypto got in the green position, with the exception of Cardano, I cut that for a loss. I took all of my crypto positions. I liquidated all my crypto and I stuck it all of it into the TQQQ. Which is what I'm looking at now. Basically, this is an ETF that tracks the NASDAQ 100, but it's leveraged 3 times, and it's really paying off for me. I think I'm currently about 35% up on this from where I was. There's not much moving this morning, to be fair. 60 Degrees was an IPO yesterday. It held most of its gains from yesterday. So it opened. This was an IPO that opened up yesterday, and it was like kind of. What time did it open up yesterday? That. What time did that open? It was like after lunch, and it opened at 375 yesterday. So it's like whilst it closed at the kind of 4 something, or 468 it closed at. It's up quite a bit, 37%. So this is something I'm watching. The volume's not great, to be fair. And the spreads are horrible, but with a bit more volume, the spreads should narrow, and we'll get we might get a bit of volatility. So this is 60 Degrees Pharmaceuticals, which is SXTP is the ticker. So I'm watching this one. Snail, I was watching Snail. No catalyst, company specific catalyst that I can see, but it's moving up on very big relative volume, and I'm also watching JZXN, which is Juicy Holdings, and it's one of these Chinese stocks, and so this one's probably the biggest mover on the day at the moment, but it's below the VWAP. So right now I've not taken any trades because what has moved either moved early, or it's been doing it on low volume, or I'm not seeing any A+ setups yet. I've not seen any A class setups. So that's where we're at. Guys, what we're doing, we've only got 8 likes on the YouTube channel. So come on, smash that thumbs up button, guys. You know you want to do it. You know you want to do it. Morning, yes, factory. Yeah. Hit that like, hit that thumbs up button, hit the thumbs down button. I mean, either which way, but let's get that like count up. Let's get the interaction up. Hey, Thomas, I hope you've hit. You're a good guy. I hope you've hit that like counter and hit the thumbs up button. Just keep me fed with likes. What's an A+ setup? It's An A+ setup is a setup that meets your strategy and checks all the boxes. Basically, if you're a breakout, if you're a momentum trader, you want something that's looking like it's going to break out. It's good momentum. You get the entry, you get the clear defined roles, you get the break of the level where you want to get in, and you get the influx of volume. And it's got volume, volatility, and it's adhering to your strategy. That's what an A+ setup is. So if you're not getting A+ setups, really you should be sat on your hands waiting for that A+ setup. It only takes one stock. Yesterday I got to twice goal on one stock. So it doesn't happen every day, but you only need one stock to get to goal. You only need one stock to get profitable. So its patience is worthwhile taking. No problem, Esporja. Esporja 325. You're very welcome to stick around, and yeah. Need me to make some trades, RCM? Well, I will be making trades if I get the setups. What I don't do is make trades just for entertainment purposes, because that's going to end up causing me to lose money. So my answer to you is, are you tuned in to learn about day trading, or to join the community, or are you just looking for entertainment? So if you're just looking for entertainment, go and look at some of the recorded videos where I've had some big trades, and that'll be more than entertaining. If you're looking for live action, we're dependent on the market. We can't force the market to obey our requirements, unfortunately. So we're kind of dependent on the market to give us the setups. If the market doesn't give us the setups, we don't take a trade. Having a cash position is a position, and that's the key. Is waiting for the right setups is going to. Not taking a bad trade is equally as important as taking a good trade. That's all I'm saying there. How do I find stocks? How do I find stocks to trade? You've got Thinkorswim and you don't like their scanners. Benzinga. So the scanners that you're seeing on screen there, these two scanners, where's my cursor? These two scanners here, this is Benzinga, but it's more than just scanners and signals and alerts, but that's what I use it primarily for. I mean, you've got the Squawk box, you've got the ideas, you've got the options, you've got the chat room, they've got a live channel on YouTube. Don't go there, it's not as good as mine. But Benzinga, if you want to check it out for free, try Benzinga for free. There's a link in the description of this live. Go click it, you get 14 days for free. You don't even need a credit card number or anything like that, just an email address. Sign up for a free trial of Benzinga, play around with it, see if you like it. I swear by it. I would not be profitable without it. I can say that categorically. AJ, okay, AJ. Like the boxer. Yeah, I suppose I mean, it's a zero-sum market, Neith. So if someone's buying, someone's got to be selling, and if someone's selling, someone's got to be buying. So for all the people that are profitable, there's probably more people that are not. So yeah, I get you. But based on the way the chat was going yesterday, based on the conversations and the comments in the Discord, yesterday was largely a profitable day for the Day Trade with Tony community. So if you did manage to get profitable yesterday, Neith, I know you're a decent trader, so I'm sure it'll happen today. Not used to drinking coffee in the afternoons. Yeah, I'm watching SXTP. It's up there at kind of 650s. There's no leverage on it with my broker, so with it being an IPO, you very rarely get leverage with IPOs. I've noticed that. So let's have a look at it. So this is 60 Degrees Pharmaceutical. It's a IPO from yesterday, it went up to 732 this morning, early. It's retraced, it's below the VWAP, so I'm waiting for it to start closing above the VWAP. What I'll do is I'll just do a quick ray line here, because it's got this descending resistance level here. So I just want to map out. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3. It's not a trend unless it's tapped it at least 3 times. Okay, so now that's a trend line now, because it's not just a ray line, it's a trend line, because it's tapped it at least 3 times. It's now 4 times tapped that. So that's the level I'm looking for the break of. And it's not to the penny, but you know. It's the Pro. You take the Pro, Benzinga Pro. The essential package. If you're taking a package, go for the essential package on Benzinga. Well, you've come to the right place to see some real-time trading there. Well, I say real-time. Don't follow me blindly. It's not real time for you. There is latency on the stream, so what you see and what I'm doing, there is a delay between the two. Okay, so just bear that in mind. Volume's not great at the moment across the market. It's essential, Ricky. Carver? IPO, you sure? That's not an IPO. That was an IPO. Carver was back in, when was it? June? Carver Group IPO back at the beginning of June, middle of June. Oh, it's not an IPO recently. That's from last. It's no volume. There's no opportunity there right now because there's no volume. So if for those of you new, the two key things you need to have for intraday trading is volume and volatility. You need the volatility. Without the volatility, there's no opportunity because there's no range to take advantage of. You need the volatility. And without the volume, the moves are unreliable. So you need both. If there's no volume, no trade. No volatility, no opportunity. So you need both for intraday trading, for day trading, volume and volatility. Okay, so what size account am I trading with this month? Well, right now I've got a 76k account. So I went down as low as 50. But I'm back up to 76 now. What time interval do I prefer to view in? Multiple time intervals. I always you want to look for confirmation on multiple time frames. Yes, you might be looking. So, for example, I'm looking at the 1 minute chart here on Carver, for example, and I might look for. Let's get something that's actually moving today, shall I? Right now, JZXN, Juicy is moving. So I might look at this on the 1 minute, but I'll then be looking for the 2 minute and the 5 minute for confirmations. I'll look at the 60 minute and the daily chart for key levels. So you always want to be looking at multiple time frames for your trading. Trying to trade on, first and foremost, don't trade on a mobile device. If you're trading on a phone, you're going to lose money. Anybody that says trading, you can trade on your phone. Download a copy of TradingView on your phone, and you can trade on your phone. Run as fast as you can away from them because they don't know what they're talking about. Okay, you can't trade on your phone. You need more than one chart for confirmation. You need a laptop or a desktop to trade profitably. You're not going to be profitable trading on your phone. Tablet, Yeah, I'd say the same about a tablet because you've only got the one screen. You need more than one screen, ideally. Well, you need more than one chart. You can probably do it on one screen. I mean, I've done it on one screen profitably, but you need more than one chart. So you need confirmation. You're looking at for key levels on higher time frames. You're looking for entries on the lower time frames, and in the intermediate time frames is really the patterns that become most reliable for trading. So yeah. What I tend to look at is the 1 minute for entries, for micro entries, but I'll look for the 5 minute for and the 2 minute for that matter for confirmations. When it's nearly at the VWAP, do you unplace an order or just wait and buy? It depends on what your strategy is. If it's popped up and it's pulling back to the VWAP, and you've had the VWAP as a confirmed support level, then you might look at a dip buy. If it's not a confirmed support level, you'll watch and look for it to confirm. Now, in this case, for example, JZXN is moving up to the VWAP. So the VWAP, a couple of things. The VWAP is a very powerful intraday trend indicator. It's a very powerful tool used by many day traders. Okay, it's a very powerful indicator. But like all other indicators, it's a lagging indicator, meaning it's using past data. It's not a prediction of future movement. It's using past data and showing you what that is. And it's an indicator. Exactly that. It's got clues in the title. Indicator. Okay, it's an indication. So don't use it to make your decisions on. Use it for confirmation. Use it for areas of. It tends to find it naturally becomes an area for support and resistance. It becomes like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Quarter, half, and whole dollars tend to be the same thing from a psychological point of view. So look at those as well. I wouldn't look at something for a break of the VWAP. If this is moving up, I would look for the break of the VWAP, the comeback to retest as support, which it didn't. And then now I've been looking at, okay, I'm looking now for the one that makes a new high, then comes back and tests as support, and then as it makes a new high, I might look for a retest, look for my entry there. So there's this broken VWAP. It then moved up to kind of what 515 on this candle, 516, and then pulled back to the VWAP. So didn't find the VWAP as support. It's finding the $5 area as a support because it moved back up again. And then it's pulling back again. So it's getting a bit choppy around here. No real good setup there. A nice little move from 470 up to kind of 515. But where was your entry? Where was your indicator there? Because you had a little move up there, pull back. You didn't even create a double bottom. Maybe argument for a cup and handle, but that's a very weak argument. So there's been no clean setups there for entry. You might, if you got in for the break of the whole dollar, you'd have been risking it because you've got the VWAP resistance at 505 there, so you probably wouldn't have got into the break of the whole dollar either. Getting for the break of the VWAP, you're not getting the move up. You're probably getting 10 cents, maybe less the spreads, which are currently like 2 cents. So you maybe getting 8 cents on that move before it pulls back. So there's been no clean moves on that yet. So yeah. You wait for the confirmation before you place the order. The dude bros that are leaving the gym and closing out the 5-figure positions as they get into the Lambos, yeah, and trying to sell you their membership to their Telegram groups and WhatsApp groups where they're selling you signals that don't work. Yeah, they're selling you a lifestyle. They're, trading from an Airbnb in Miami or Dubai, going to the gym and working out, showing you the muscles and the fake tan and the spray on tans. Yeah, great fun there. Oh, that's rocketing up. Is it a catalyst? 1.5 million in the float, 1.448 million. Not seeing any catalyst. It popped up yesterday hard and fell hard. So I'm just looking at yesterday's catalyst. Didn't see any catalyst from yesterday either. Form F. Yeah, just be wary of this. It might be a pop and drop. Pump and dump. Over $5 might be interesting. We'll see. That initial move up, big spike, big pullback. It's got 42 cents on the average true range, 5 cents spreads. So big opportunity here. Just be careful because I'm not seeing any company specific catalyst, newsworthy catalyst for why it's popped up. So that might come through, but I'm not seeing it yet. So this is Galmed Pharmaceutical. Yeah, not seeing anything. It's on good relative volume though. To be fair, the relative volume's good. I mean, it had a good day yesterday, but the relative volume, it normally trades 125,000 shares a day. And it's already done over 1 million. So it's like 8 times relative volume. Pulling back though, so, and this is what I'm saying about good setups. You had the move up, but then you wait for the pullback and the break of the new high. So here, this is a 1 minute chart. So this moves up, you see it moving up, you're looking for the entry position. So then you get this pullback here from this high. As it breaks a new high here, or here even, you're getting 40 cents for a move up. Then it pulls all the way back. So if you're taking profit up there at 40 cents, great, but it's not looking very reliable. Yeah, it looks like a bit of a pop and drop, but it might bounce on the VWAP. So I'm not seeing any company-specific catalyst there. So AJ, how do I feel about trading on the supply and demand? Should you deploy multiple strategies at once while beginning? Absolutely not. Stick to a single strategy and get competent at that before you start spreading your wings and diluting it. One strategy at a time. You can only trade one strategy at a time. So if you're in a stock, you're trading one particular strategy. You'll have a trade plan which is based on a strategy. So trade one strategy at a time, AJ. Supply and demand is just the latest name for support and resistance. You've heard me talking about support and resistance already, and it's essential that you learn how to map those areas on a chart. So that's what TradingView is great for beginners. Go and download a copy of TradingView and practice mapping out your support and resistance areas, i.e. supply and demand zones. It's essential for any technical analysis. It's based on support and resistance. That's the fundamental basis of technical analysis. So you're looking at pullback to support and rallies to resistance. Once they break those levels, they usually break with excessive volume. So that's another area they want to be looking at. So yeah, supply and demand zones, support and resistance. There's a couple of other names that you can use, but it's all the same thing. This is pop and drop, but I like to call a pop and drop. Now it's below $3, so yeah. Yeah, so that was earlier in the week, that AI catalyst. It wasn't yesterday. I think that was last week. The AI catalyst, or was it Monday? Might have been Monday. So it's a bit of an old catalyst. It popped up yesterday after selling off though all this week. well, all last month it's been selling off. Since the middle of May it's been selling off. You look at this on the daily, which is why it's been selling off since the middle of May. And then it had a little pop yesterday, and then and it was a pop and drop yesterday. So let's just have a quick look on the 15-minute chart. See that? How it popped up yesterday, intraday, and then dropped just as quick. It's doing exactly the same thing now. In fact, it's dropping quicker. So that yesterday's action tells you to be wary of it. I would say just be wary of it. It popped up and dropped very, very quickly yesterday as well. Good morning, By the Dip. Good to have you back. You as well, Thomas. Well, that's what I do, AJ. That's the whole point of this channel, is that I'm trying to help you guys whilst helping myself. Yeah. What I'll do, Tom, is I'll do some more of those over the next couple of weeks. The trader reaction videos. So just, for those of you on YouTube and Rumble and Twitch and everything, just been asked on the TikTok stream, why do I not do any more of those reaction videos to the TikTok scammers? And I've got a bit of time where I'm not going to be trading this next couple of weeks, but I still want to push out a bit of content. So I'll do some more of those videos in the coming week, in the next 2 weeks whilst I'm moving. They don't take a lot. I mean, I see them all the time. I mean, I've saved a couple of them, forwarded them to myself. I'll do a reaction and I never get round to it. So I'll do a few of those because some of them are just comical. A smaller spread is better than a big spread. Yeah, absolutely. Why is that, Peanuts? Simple answer. So the smaller the spread, or the tighter the spread, the less risk you're taking. Why? Because let's just say you've got a stock that's $10 a share. Two different stocks are $10 a share. Okay, one's got a spread of 2 cents. So you take 1,000 shares of a $10 stock. You're exposed. Okay, you're exposed to $10,000. That's your full equity position. You're not risking $10,000, but you've got a full equity position of $10,000 there. However, if it's got a spread of 2 cents, straight away you're 2 cents down per share. So you're effectively losing what's that? $200? No, $20 straight away because of 2 cents. If you have 10-cent spreads instead of the 2-cent spreads, you're down 5 times as much without any price action taking place. So you've got a bigger move necessary to regain that deficit from the spreads along. So the wider the spreads is just an increase in risk that you've got to take account for with your strategy and managing your risk. No, it's just the same thing. It's the same thing, AJ. Supply and demand, support, resistance, same thing. I think where I think the ambiguity comes in is people draw lines of support and resistance, and they're to a particular point. And you've got to realise it's a zone. So they started rebranding it supply and demand zones. So if you've got right now here, we got on GLMD, so Galmed Pharma. This went up to 480. High of day 479. So then you draw your line here at 480. You say that you've got resistance at 480. No, you've not. You've got resistance there. I would say the resistance there is 475. That's the 475, the $0.75 area. That's your resistance area. It's also the supply demand area. So it's a zone. So we've got a first pop up there went up to a high of 452, then a high of 480, 479. You're looking somewhere in the middle. It's like 475. It's what I would say is the key level there. Breaks 475, it probably will break 480 and then test $5. Quarter, half, and whole dollars tend to be very psychological levels. It's pulled all the way back a full dollar to 280. So it's now finding support in and around, give or take, in and around that $3 area. So the supply and demand zone that we're looking at is $3. So people mistake the support and resistance for being a single point on the chart instead of a zone. And then they rebrand it supply and demand to make it a zone. So yeah. Why are there such wide and narrow spreads? Liquidity, Ricky. So a lower liquidity stock will have a wider spread. What does that mean? If you look at the level 2 on your if you look at the level 2, what you'll find, if you think about it as a set of stairs. And if you're going up the stairs, you've got people meeting on every level of the stairs, okay? And there's transactions going on at every level. So lower liquidity will have stairs without anybody on it because there's not as many people on there. Whereas a high liquidity stock will have people on every stair making deals. So as you move up, you've got one stair is your spread before the next deal can be made. Whereas if you've got a lower liquidity stock, less people transacting, you might have to go up or down three stairs on the flight of stairs before you meet somebody that's looking to transact. So you end up with a wider spread between the bid and the ask. That's kind of layman's terms of explaining why you get spreads vary the way they do. Why isn't it just a simple, 2 or 5 cents spread across everything, or percentage based on the price of the stock, which would make more sense. If it was like 1% of the stock was the spread, you'd think, oh yeah, that makes loads of sense. But no, it's not. It's based on the liquidity of the stock and how much is being traded and bought and sold at any given point in time. Oh, hang on a minute. Yesterday's gold mine, it was a bit of a pop and drop, but it's starting to move back up. 450, just eyeballing that. 450 is a key level on the 5-minute chart. I'm just eyeballing that. So 450 will be the level I might be interested in this, but it needs to have sustainable, consistent volume. We'll get into the volume profiles here on this histogram. The volume's just so inconsistent here, and it's consistent volume you want for consistent moves, for reliable moves. When it's inconsistent volume like this, you're going to get unreliable moves. Yeah, it is, but it's choppy. So look at where the VWAP is, okay? This blue line here is the VWAP, and it's almost horizontal, which basically suggests when the VWAP is not at an incline either up or down, and the price action is above and below the VWAP, what that's suggesting is it's just choppy and sideways action. Now, you've seen this descending resistance line that I drew a few minutes ago. And so this descending resistance line, it's now at that level now, the $0.50. It went up to 663 before the last rejection, but it's just choppy sideways because we've got a pretty much a horizontal VWAP, which suggests there's no real movement longer term or medium term, either upwards or there's no upwards or downwards sentiment. It's bullish or bearish. It's just sideways and choppy at the moment. Consolidation phase is what it can be called. If it holds above the VWAP, great. It is IPO from yesterday. You're absolutely right, which is why we're looking at it. It's got does have a bit of volatility across the day, and it's up quite considerably at the moment, over 40%. It's a smaller float. It's like 5.5 million in the float, or 5.5 million outstanding shares. I don't know what the actual free float is, but the IPO was 5.5 million. So there's 5.5 million outstanding shares there. And when you've got a small float, high volume, it introduces volatility, which is why I like trading these low float stocks. So I tend to look for stocks that have a float under 100 million shares. What I would class is 100 million to a billion share is kind of a mid cap for me. Less than 100 million small cap, less than 10 million micro cap, and over a billion is the higher cap stocks, or should be. Obviously, you've got to look at the value of that as well. I mean, you can have over a billion shares and it's down at a penny, like 4 cents a share, which means it's not a high cap stock. It's a garbage stock. Which let's face it, most of the stocks I trade on here are garbage anyway. So don't get married to a stock just because you think it's moving or just because you think it's got a good catalyst, because a lot of them they're just garbage. Well, you know my rules there, Calvis. No low volume, no trade. Low volatility, no trade. SXTP is the top momentum stock right now, but it's not really setting up for... It's a bit choppy at the moment, so I'm not seeing anything really saying breakout. At this level, they're at 690, so I would say, unless it gets over $7, probably not really interested. Got a high, pre-market high of 732. Spreads 3-4 cents, range 16 cents. It's a 4x on the ATR to spread ratio. Actually, saying that, the spreads are 10 cents. So the spreads are getting a bit rangy. 12 cents, 10 cents, 15 cents. So the spreads are as close. They're getting the ATR is not covering the spreads right now, and that's a sign of the poor liquidity on it at the moment. So yeah, just be careful. Manage your risk accordingly. Always manage your risk. What do I consider good volume? It's more about relative volume test project. So it's difficult to gauge what good volume is on an IPO because you've not got a lot of historical data to work with. Now I won't trade much if it's not doing 20,000 shares a minute. It's probably not got the liquidity to be able to get in and out quickly without much slippage. Ideally, you want 3x or better on the relative volume. What is relative volume? So you look at the last 3 months of trading and what the average daily volume is over the last 3 months or so, and then you compare that with the volume, traded volume today. And ideally, I'm looking for 3 times or better. So 3x or better is what I'm looking for in terms of relative volume. But at the point I'm taking a trade, I want to be doing at least 20,000 shares a minute. Yeah, it's a bit choppy for me. I mean, we're doing that red light, green light thing at the moment. Green up, red down, green up, red down, green up. So it's a bit too choppy for me. We've just broke a swing high. We're getting to $7. Let's see. Now we're getting interested. Now we're getting interested. Is it going to hold the whole dollar level? No. Which is why you want the candle to close above the resistance level, pull back for support, and then you look for your entry. So you don't chase the momentum. Look for your confirmation. And we had the move up. Now we're looking for the confirmation. Needs to close above and hold above the whole dollar. Quarter, half, and whole dollars always psychological levels. Ah, this is whippy. It's a bit choppy. You got in at $4 yesterday. Well, you're in profit. Don't forget to take profits, Andy. Nobody goes broke taking profit, but holding on to it and YOLOing onto something and holding it with diamond hands will cost you money in the long run. It's holding it seems to be holding 7, so now we're getting that whole dollar support. So now we look for the move up with $7 as your risk. So the current high of day is 732. The current high of this candle is 715. So we're looking for a break of new highs. There we go. And we've got $7 is our support, is our risk area. We're looking for, so first target is that new high of day, 732. So we're in at 721. So looking for initial 10 cents. $27.29 on the ask, 30 on the ask. There we go. Scalp that. That's first 300 of the day. Back in. The new highs. Now we're looking at the $half. Scale into this as it moves back up. Pull back here. Spreads are kind of a bit rangy at the moment. I'm just going to add to this position right now. I'm now looking for a move back up to retest the highs. Spreads are getting kind of rangy. Take half off. We're now at $500. We'll get out if it breaks even. Want to see this test the $0.75 now? That's 770. Get over $0.75. I'll scale back in again. There we go. Scale in. We'll tap the $0.75 there. High up there is 778. Just take some off. Just locking in profits as I'm going. Oh, $8. Are we going to get over the $8? We're going to break the hook. I'll get out there. Okay, that's first $1,400 of the day. There you go. Bit of resistance at the whole dollar expected, so I'll let this pull back and then over $8. Next entry, confirmation over $8. Off topic, NASDAQ's made an announcement that they will be doing a special rebalance of the top 7 of the NASDAQ. Okay, so what tends to happen is they try to, it's like a portfolio balancing with an ETF or if you've got your own portfolio, and they weight the stock based on the top 100 stocks that are in there. As the valuations, the market cap valuation changes within those stocks, of course the weighting changes. You look at the Nvidia, for example, is now a $1 trillion company, so the weighting on Nvidia is a lot higher than it used to be. So they'll rebalance that weighting on that stock in terms of the weighting of the NASDAQ 100, and the movement of the index will no longer be based on the old weighting, and it will be based on the new rating of those particular stocks. So it doesn't get out of balance as the valuation of those particular stocks changes. And they do this periodically. Some stocks will fall off the NASDAQ 100, some stocks will join the NASDAQ 100, some stocks will become overweight this is, again, this is something that the analysts say all the time about overweight or underweight or things like that, based on the index rating. Here's Alistair. And that's why you take profits as you go. You see a key level. Now, you might not have a key level from previous, but we've got last night, this went up to 787. So I was a bit wary of that. High of 787. We got over that, but quarter, half, and whole dollars are always psychological levels. So you want to be taking profits as it approaches the whole dollar. I took profits at the quarter dollar, at $0.75 there, and then it moved up to the whole dollar. As it pulled back to the $0.75, that's when I got out. So as you can see, it was the right thing to do. Finding support at the whole dollar here, which would have been, when I got in, that would have been my exit. Yeah, Volts. I mean, you need to just take a step back, buddy. I mean, it's okay. Just watch for entertainment purposes or whatever it is. So you're keeping your hand in, but just take a step back. You had a really good day yesterday, but if it's affecting you mentally, and it does. So for those of you who think, there's quite a few new people to the channel looking at day trading as an option for an additional income or a replacement for the income. If you're looking at it long term as a full-time occupation, it's going to wreck your head. So you need to do. Some people like to do yoga. I'm not a yoga person myself. Some people like to do yoga to ease the stress. It can be very stressful and mentally exhausting. So, Vols, you're struggling with the mental side of things. Just take a step back. Just lock your montage, walk away, trade in paper if you have to. Just take away the emotional element that's going to cause the stress. And just walk away. And sometimes a couple of weeks away from the trading desk can be all that you need. It doesn't matter if you're profitable. It doesn't matter if you're profitable, and it doesn't matter if you're losing. If you're feeling it mentally, walk away and take a break. Good man. I'm actually looking at the initial. Who says technical analysis doesn't work? So do you remember earlier in this session, I drew this descending resistance. Now, if I just wanted to be pernickety at that, I would have said, okay, I could have got in there when it broke and confirmed that the breaks on this one, descending resistance, even with the VWAP even. But I wanted confirmation. So I waited for the break of 7. And then we got the choppiness there. It was a bit choppy there, but from a technical standpoint, hindsight's a great trader. This descending resistance, the break of that was the trigger for the move up. The break of $7 was what I was watching, given that we would had that as a key level earlier in the day. And once we got in there, I was able to get in, pull back up after the break of 7, the pullback, the break of new highs. That's when I got in and was able to ride that up to 8. So, yeah. How do we execute so quickly, Ricky? Hotkeys, hot buttons, hotkeys. Oh, stop. Some people are, well, you know, you never know what type of porn he's been watching on the hub. You know what I mean? He might be into that whips and chains nonsense, so that the torture might be his personal kink. Oh dear, come on. Oh, come on, guys. There's less than a third of you have actually hit the thumbs up button. And I know there were a couple of you were complaining earlier that they wanted to see some live trades. Well, I've just taken one. We've made $1,400 on that last trade. Let's get that thumbs up button hit. Let's get that. Let's get the screen tapped on the old TikTok. Everywhere else, hit that like counter. Let's get the likes up, guys. Really appreciate if you do. So we've got only 25 likes on the tube. I mean, come on, I'm giving you gold here. I'm giving you gold. You'd be surprised at what happens if you hit that thumbs up button. Come on, guys. Give us a like. All I'm asking, I'm giving you gold for a like. Now we're looking for higher time frames. You've got the move up, pull back, move up, big pullbacks. Now you want to look for higher time frames. So we're looking at a higher time frame here. Look at a 2 minute, for example. Next new high here will be on the 2 minute. So you're looking for confirmation, 742. So 745, possibly the break, maybe the $0.50. Yeah, $0.50 now. And take a smaller position because I'm not feeling how. And first candle breaks a new low here. Here's me getting out. I'm taking a smaller position because I want to make sure I get the confirmation. Scale in if it breaks a $0.75 level. I want to see it. $0.50 as support, a new high here. I can add to the position, take some profit slightly after. I'm in at 55. The range is 28 cents, so I'm going to give it 25 cents. I'm effectively risking $250 on this right now. Comes down to 7.30. I'm out. We've got 5 minutes before the open. I don't really want to be holding a position into the bell. In fact, I'll probably just give it 10 cents. Going to get out there, break a new low. First candle breaks a new low. I'm just going to get out. I'll wait for the increasing volume. I thought we might get a move up there, a breakout there, but it still might happen. But I'm kind of conscious we're coming into the open. We've got 5 minutes left, so I don't want to give too much of the gains back before the open. I want to see what happens at the open. I'm being roasted here by my fiance. Hang on. Yes, the background's messy. I know the whole place is messy. I'm in the middle of packing, for crying out loud. Give me a break, woman. So that's something that could be of interest. What else could be of interest is a big mover from yesterday. Is Recursion Pharmaceutical. It's up at $12 now. It's not great volume, but it's a big move. How do I interpret the volume on the 1 minute chart? Okay, let me go back to this on SXTP. So here we're looking at the volume profiles on this histogram here. As the volume's coming in, you know you're going to get the breakouts with increasing volume. Now, I got back in here because we've got the increasing volume. We made a new high with increasing volume. We made a kind of a brief high before the pullback, but the pullback here was on, this red candle was on a lower volume. When we got the increasing volume and the break of a new high, I felt, okay, we've got a higher percentage chance of a continuation of this breakout. Now, what you've got to also, don't you dare say that, woman. That's nasty, distracting me. What you've got here is you've got to understand that what you're trying to do is move the odds in your favor and get an edge. Not every breakout is going to work out in your favor. Not every trade is going to break out in your favor. So what you've got to do is manage your risk accordingly. So on this move up, I'd set in my mind that, look, first candle breaks a new low. I set myself first up before I got on this candle here, so I didn't want to get all the way down here. But then it was like, okay, what I want to do is I'm giving it 25 cents. And then I'm like, okay, it's looking a bit weak. I'm just going to give it 10 cents. And then it was like, okay, now I'm into the realms of new low. So once I got into this candle here, it breaks a lower low than this candle I was getting at, and that's what I did. So what you can see is the lower volume as well. You're looking for increased volume for breakouts. So that's how you interpret the charts. The increasing volume, the higher volume, more reliable breakouts. Where am I going, Ricky? No, she's not a trader. My fiance is not a trader. She probably will be eventually. She copies everything else I do. So maybe. Hey, Puno, good to see you, buddy. So SXTP double bottom here. And that's sort of another thing that I was looking at the potential there. So we've got 30 seconds. I'm going to change the scanners over to today. We've got regular session scanners now, and we've got 20 seconds before the bell. Looking at a few different things, and we'll see what it gives us. I mean, what we're getting now is a double bottom on this flag. So next level on, so the high on this candle was 67. So we're looking at 70. There's the bell. So 770, move up. Look for the break of a new high, the break of the whole dollar, and let's see what happens. So we've got no level up, level down yet. Will we get the gap and go? We're looking for that pre-market break of that pre-market high. Is that halt? Yeah, there is a lag on the chart. That looks like it's halted, but I've not got the level up or down. Yeah, halted. That's a volatility halt. We're at 759. It looks like it's going to gap up to 790. So we'll come back at that at 935. So let's have a look. So RX dumped. I was looking at that for this move up, but it rejected at the VWAP, dumped, and yeah. The wider market having a bit of a pullback, but I'm still feeling bullish on the wider market today. What else is moving? So SXTP, the first volatility halt of the day. Yeah, absolutely. I think I'm getting married to a crazy woman, but I'm definitely getting married to a crazy woman, but it makes life interesting, that's for sure. Love you, babe. I didn't have a halt on my level, halt level on mine either, Cass. I don't know why. But look, snail moving up, testing the VWAP. Let's have a look at snail. So snail trying to test the VWAP. It's been sideways. You look at the VWAP, how sideways it is. And you want to see this above the VWAP, maybe over 240, because we've got these swing highs. He needs to break over these swing highs, these resistance levels, but we'll wait. We'll see what's going on. So surge, momentum with surge. And I'm not feeling that at all. Well, if I can't flirt with you, I can't flirt with anybody else. What am I supposed to do? Yeah, so just not a big fan of the volume on this. 140,000 shares traded. So whilst it's moving up nice, I'm not seeing a catalyst on this either. Let me just have a quick look. It's there on the scanners. I was waiting for the scanners to show me. Okay, so SurgePace provides company updates for shareholders. That's the catalyst from the last hour. It's a 8.5 million flow, 21%, nearly just over 21% shorted. But it's low relative volume. It's low volume, but it's low relative volume as well. So no opportunity there for me. But just to know, it does have a catalyst and it's up quite a bit. It's 15% now, so it's in that realms of where it would be getting interesting. Let's see. I've got a minute before resumption on SXTP. I've got no treats. I need to go buy some treats for the floof. Sorry, my love. I will treat the floof later. When I go for a walk, I'll buy some more treats. Like I say, I'm pretty much out of house and out of groceries now. I'm trying to limit things. So we've got about 30 seconds before resumption. TGTX is moving up nice. It's down on the day, but it's trying to do a reverse, trying to do a red to green move above the VWAP. So this is up at 24 now. We should get a resumption on TXTP in about 30 seconds. So assuming it's a 5-minute halt, it looks like it's going to gap up to $8, which is the pre-market high. So we'll look for an entry on resumption. Look for a pullback and then the potential entry on resumption. Nice one. We like the windy island at Fuerteventura. It's not bad. Okay, so we've gone past it. So it's a 10-minute halt. We'll come back in 5. What else? Okay, the Fräulein's back. It's down on the day, but a bit of momentum there. Nah, just no volume with it. Some of the big stocks are having a good day. So let's have a look at some of the big stocks for you high cap traders. Microsoft is up. Microsoft's doing really well. How's Meta doing today? Meta breaking highs. It's about to tap that pre-market high. There you go. Just broke the pre-market high for Meta. Nvidia needs rebalancing on the NASDAQ, which is what we're talking about earlier. So Nvidia moving up, breaking highs. So Google breaking highs up at 120s. So all these big stocks driving the wider market up. Then the NASDAQ's having a good day. The S&P 500 is only a half percentage point up, but the NASDAQ's over 1.1% up already today so far. The TQQQ ETF is absolutely printing, so that's great news. You've got to love it. You've got to love it. Oh, that'll be me every day, Puno. Hot as hell during the day. No worries, Vols. No worries. The stock market orders provide a stop loss price. No, they stop. You get stopped out. Basically it's a trigger order. Stock market order is a trigger order. It triggers when it reaches that price, and then it gets you out at the best available price. So you're going to get some, you may get some slippage. I'm not saying you will, but you may get some slippage. It depends how fast the stock's moving. So, but it's just going to sell your entire, it's going to cover your entire position at the best available price. That's what a stock market order will do. ASCP, it's not at the level I like to see, but some of you like trading at this level, and so this is Nightscope Inc. and this is up there. It's gone green, just gone green on the day. Bit of momentum coming in at 165. It did have a pre-market high of what, 193. So a target of $2 could be of interest. Hey, look. We enjoy torturing Volts. So what else is moving? BZ, a little higher price, not great volume. Yeah, so that's moving up, testing highs, but can zoom limited, not great volume. So Starbucks, not Starbucks. So just no volume at all with that one. So there's no opportunity there. I know you said BCYC earlier. I didn't even look at it. Again, volume's not great on that. So what we'll do is we'll come back to SXTP and 10-minute halt. Coming up to, we've got a minute left of this halt. And it's looking like 796 resumption, so pretty much on the pre-market high. I think pre-market was 798, so we'll see how that goes. Kavana, I can have a look at Kavana. Yeah, the whole market's pulling back a little bit, and that's okay. That's healthy. So Kavana, well, it's down on the day, but it's just done this 5-minute double bottom. Nice 5-minute double bottom here. And it's moving up, so you've got a potential target there, kind of 37.50. Maybe look at the 200 EMA as your target, 37.75, and on the 5-minute, trade the 5-minute on Kavana. Right, we should get a resumption in about 10 seconds. That's a nice gap up. Pull back to 8. And move up. For $9 here now. Stop in place. Range on this 40 cents, I'm giving it 40 cents. See, make a new high. I got stop tag. That's okay. WLDS. This is still potentially going to move, but pull back to fill the gap happened, and then it moved up. So let's see, that's a pre-market high. So I'll just have a quick look at WLDS for you. Yeah, no movement on that. Low volume, happy range. Not something. There's no real opportunity there. There is here though. I don't know about that. No, actually, I got a good fill there. I got a good fill on that. And that's when it's high liquidity on a stock, you tend to get good fills. I mean, this is good liquid stock today. It's nearly 8 million shares traded already. Don't mind this pullback. I'm looking for over at $8 now. Pull back to the VWAP. Marathon Digital breaking new highs. So crypto stocks moving up. Crypto mining stocks, Riot platforms as opposed to Riot blockchain. Yeah, so this is halted to the downside now, and that's the key. First candle makes a new low. There's where I got out. Not where I had it in mind, but I had it in mind for the whole dollar, but got filled just above that. And we'll look for other things. So RXRX is creating a double bottom formation. So if this gets over 1150, you might get a nice move up. Not saying it will, but we're getting a nice move on JZXN. Yeah, I wasn't lucky with stops yesterday. I know that much. Oh no, pull back. Volatility here, we're looking for a new high. This went up to almost $7 pre-market. Oh, yeah, pre-market. Oh, 677. I need that bounce on the VWAP. I'm in heavy here. $14 million shares traded today on Juicy. I don't know how you pronounce it. Juicy Holdings. VWAP on the whole dollar. Threw a wick up there to 540. I'm at 556, so I'm looking for new highs here. 48. $1 resistance. 47 is the high of this candle. Need it to break that $1 with a bit of volume. Let's get me in the profit. Come on. So I'll take the $0.75 here. Testing 49, new high. New 1 minute high, sorry. Really need to be watching this for exit indicators. I want to get caught in a flush. Now we're between the spreads. Stop teasing me. Never got profitable on that move up. It seems to be. But I need this to make a new high of day. Been a lot of red on the tape, so it's trying to pull back. Quite a bit of red on the tape. Red and white. Looks like the England flag at the moment, red and white, or the Swiss flag. Where's all the green on the tape? Come on, guys. Bullish momentum is what I'm looking for. Well, the 9 EMA didn't hold that all the way down to the VWAP now. Yeah, I'll take the hit. Let's see. Do I have to take the hit? HCTI, wow. HCTI up at 570s. We'll come to that in a moment. Just going to put on here instead. big mover from yesterday, HCTA. Yeah, I've not looked at the spreads. I think I'm just seeing the price action on my watch list charts. So I'm looking for a new high here. I mean, this pulled all the way back, so I'm hoping that this was a double bottom and the move back up and we'll kind of get that $0.75 I was looking for. But it's finding a bit of resistance at the $0.50 again. Range on this 34 cents. I'll take a look at that later. HCTI breaking highs up at 573, 574. Big spread though. $39 on the ask. Well, I wouldn't say it's horrible. I mean, relatively speaking, it's not bad, but it's not great either. Volume's kind of pulling back on this one as well. I've got the flag set up. I just need higher lows, lower highs in the breakout now over 550. Look, it's all subjective. You see a pattern, someone else doesn't see it, and that's why you look for confirmation on multiple time frames. Because if you can see a pattern that nobody else is seeing, then the likelihood is there's a chance you could be wrong. So look for confirmation on multiple time frames. Come on, break upwards, juicy. This lower highs, it's got me feeling optimistic with a bit of volume. That with the descending volume, a bit of volume comes in now. We could get a breakout. High on this 5-minute candle is 543. Hey Cedric, not seen you for a while. Oh, it's kind of respecting the VWAP right now, but it was respecting the 9 until it broke. What we want is it to hold the VWAP. And we get an increase in volume here and a breakout to the upside. Absolutely cast. I love the fact that people, let's say, can you buy this? Come on my channel and try and pump stuff, thinking that I've got enough influence to move the stock market. Really should buy the dip and give me a chance to get out profitably here, I think. I'll cut this for a loss instead of letting it play out, because I'm getting impatient now with the lower volumes. All about front runner. I like to, you know, immerse myself in the pack. That's why I look for the high volumes. Well, that's what I'm doing, Neith. I'm just going to let it play out. If it gets back over the $0.50, then I think we're going to be good. But right now, it's looking weak. I mean, it's going on a little bit longer on the 1 minute. It's still looking reasonable on the 2. 5 minute needs to get over the $0.50 really. So 5.44 is the high of the 5 minute candle. Ready to swap this this stop out as soon as it gets up there. High and low volume. It's all relative, Hannah. All relative. So what you want to be seeing is enough. Where is my stop? Can you not see it there on the chart? Have a look on the chart. That's my stop there. I'm not getting the increased volumes. That's the thing. So we need the increased volumes for the breakout of this flag formation. Otherwise, it's just going to break down. We need some bullish volume to come in. I'm not seeing it on the time and sales. A little bit of green came through there, but I'm not seeing, it's mostly white with the odd smuttering of red. I'm not seeing much green on the time and sales at all, which doesn't fill me with great confidence. $5.45 or above it needs to get to. I wouldn't say that, because if you look at it on the higher time frames, it's not a bad flag setup, but it needs the volume to break out. And I'm finding a bit of support at the 510 area. I've got my stop there at 501 because it slippage, $5 stop. I'm risking 5.5k on this. Am I going to make 5.5k? Am I looking for a $6 move up? Well, 634 is the halt level to the upside. Are we going to see that? Probably not. Back down to the VWAP. Yeah, we'll let this play out now. There doesn't seem to be a lot else moving with any kind of velocity. PPI moving again. We traded PPI earlier in the year to good effect, but it's now moved 9% in the last few minutes. Not on great volume though. So if you're looking at relative volume, Anna, what you want to be looking at is what was the daily volume? How much did it trade per day? How many shares were traded per day over the last, say, 3 months, 90 days, 100 days or so? And you take the average daily volume, and then you look at it, what it's compared to what it's traded today. You want to be looking for a daily volume, a current volume that is 3 times or better the average daily volume over the, like, say, the last 3 months or so, which is the relative volume. So if you've got 3 times that or better, then you're getting good relative volume. At the moment, we're getting 70, 80, 90,000 shares a minute on this. Oh, we're actually getting about 200,000 shares a minute, which is not bad volume either. When you think that this normally trades 127,000 shares a day is the average. So we're going to break down now, probably get stopped out. The average volume for this is 120,000. It's done 21.4 million shares today. So the relative volume on this is phenomenal. I mean, you're probably asking why. That's a good question, actually. Get off. This did a reverse stock split yesterday, so the $1 million trade from last year was actually a reverse stock split, and it's just generic momentum from that reverse stock split. It's a strong momentum from that reverse stock split. Oracle having a good day? No, this is pulling back way too much for me. There you go. There's the stop before the big flush. So, yeah. Decent fill as well. I'm getting better fills today than I did yesterday, that's for sure. Just a two cent slippage there. So, my fills are good today. But it may be going to blow up. I'll wait till it blows up there, Curtis. So intraday trading, you don't trade on rumors. Investing, you might, swing trading, you might trade the rumors and sell the news. But you trade the price action. GDTC, nah, not really seeing that one either. I'll have a look at it. Yeah, there's no volume on that. Let's just filter some volume out of here because get rid of the noise from low volume stocks. There we go. Vroom. Viasat. Biggest mover right now, SMPX. There's volatility today, guys. There is volatility. So this is below what I like to trade. So I probably won't be trading this. Guys, only half of you are giving me a thumbs up button. I'm hemorrhaging here, and you're not even going to hit that thumbs up button. If you've not hit the thumbs up button on YouTube yet, just if you've not hit the thumbs up button, do me a favor. That's why I just lost that last trade. I need a thumbs up button. Just hit the thumbs up. Less than half of you hit the thumbs up button. You're doing me dirty, guys. SXTP, looking at $7 as the breakout level here. potential head and shoulders if it comes back down. Just draw a nice little vertical there. Horizontal, not vertical. So it was rejected before, so it needs to get over $7 again. And go back round here for a head and shoulder, inverse head and shoulders. So we've got one shoulder, potential head, potential another shoulder here if it starts to curl back round. So I want to see it curl back round. 650 is the top of the shoulder, that's the shoulder level. Neckline at $7, and it's the neckline. We've got to break over the neckline and potentially move up, test the, you know, break the VWAP and etc. So let's see. Oracle. Yeah, there's the, yeah, head and shoulders there as well with Oracle, so that's pulling back now. The overall market is still up there and of looking quite strong today after a good day yesterday. In fact, a good week this week on the wider market. The NASDAQ kind of leading the way. If you look at this on the daily, it's just going from strength to strength. The NASDAQ, it really is. And if you like the NASDAQ, if you believe the NASDAQ long time, the triple Q ETF is basically, it's the NASDAQ 100 times 3, the 3 times leverage. So if some brokers will give you leverage, others won't because it's an ETF. Yeah, most brokers will just because it's a leveraged ETF, won't offer additional leverage on it, but some do. I'm in this long term without leverage because I put all my crypto, or what I had in crypto, I put in that one. So yeah. Yeah, we're just looking at SMPX because it's a low price stock, just taking off, volatile halt, 137. That's just moved up 37 cents, so that's just a 37% jump right there. So it's now up 59% on the day. So you're not going to catch that, and I wouldn't chase it either if I was you. Don't chase it. Look for a clear entry. So for example, clear entry here will be the break of 7. So we've got one shoulder, another shoulder. Now we've got 2 shoulders and a head. We're looking for the break of the neckline, $7 for a continued move up on SXTP. So we'll see, will that break out? 4 out of 5 times the head and shoulders pattern will. Back over $5, I might be interested. It's sector strength, Park. It's just sector strength. You tend to get that. It's cyclical. You'll get that. We've got no IPOs today. Two IPOs tomorrow. Yeah, I can't trade that on that kind of volume. And that's not looking great either. It's still under the pre-market lows, so bias probably not something. So pot pie, I was talking about that earlier. We traded this back in April when it had big moves up towards $9. If this gets green on the day, it could be. It had a good day yesterday. It went from $2 up to like $4.70, I think it was yesterday. $4.74. So it went from yesterday, it went from under $2 to 190 to 474. So pot pie could be interesting. I called this out yesterday. I didn't trade it, but I called it out yesterday because we traded this back in April when it went from intraday. It went from like 180 up to 850. Oh, pot pie. Calling it pot pie is actually Petra Pharmaceutical, but the ticker is PTPI, so we call it pot pie. It got nicknamed on this channel pot pie. The NASDAQ 100 has lots of ETFs. There's a lot of ETFs. The track the index. You can get multiple ETFs that track the. So this is I think this is a leveraged ETF. No, it's pretty much the same. Yeah, it's pretty much the same. That's pretty much the same chart. But the leveraged ETF, which is a ProShares ETF, is 3 times, and it's the same chart. It's just bigger percentage swings. Firm breaking highs. Ooh, how did we miss this? This is 7% up on the day, but that's a nice move. Actually, it's not as big as I thought it was. It's $2 move. $2.50 from the bottom. Surge, we'll take a look at it. I'm not seeing anything setting up right now. The firm's looking interesting. Surge over 550. Who said that? Over 550? No. Just lacks the volume. You need volume. There's no volume. There's nobody trading it. There's like less than 500,000 shares been traded all day. So for me, even though it's up like 18%, it's done it on low volume, so it's not reliable. So you need the volume. This is more likely to reach 550 and get rejected again and sell off as a double top than it is to break out and move up and give some good moves. So yeah, Surge for me needs volume. Giant Group, where did they come from? They've just made a slow but steady move up as well. 25% up on the day. Let's have a look at that. Slow steady climb across the day. Low volume, so yeah, it's not great volume. Let's get rid of all the low volume nonsense. Kingsoft making moves now. Be of interest. Yeah, but it's not there. Yeah, we're the back end of a lot of these moves. I'm pulling back after I'd noticed it. we didn't get that breakout level. The head and shoulder, inverse head and shoulders. So one shoulder, head, two shoulder. We're still looking at the neckline there of $7 for the breakout. And we get the measuring stick there from 7 to, you're looking at 70 cents as your target. So we're looking at 770. So we're looking up here, which funnily enough is one of these swing highs. So yeah. Yeah, it is. But the problem with this one is short sale restriction. It's hard to borrow, so you're not going to be shorting it. And the head and shoulders that you've got here is a short. It's a bearish pattern, so you're looking for the breakdown. So yeah. Now we're potentially getting move. Look for the break. We need an increase in volume. And some good volume, some good bullish volume to come in. Maybe a bit of green on the ticker. We're not seeing much green on the ticker. That's the problem I've got with this one right now. Not much green on the ticker. Rejected at 7. That's the neckline I've been waiting for the break over. Yeah, well, I don't mind it being under the VWAP with a inverse head and shoulders if it breaks up with decent volume, with a VWAP being a take profit level, because obviously natural psychological resistance there. That $0.25 as well, so it's a take profit level there as well. $0.17 range. SMPX resumed trading, it's now 160s. I'll give this a 20-cent risk. That's not what I wanted. I've got. I need to swap that out. Right. Swapped it out for a 20-cent trailing stop. Let's see if we can't get over the VWAP. $2,500 shares to start off with. Get over the VWAP, then I'll look for a scale in. Target 770. Yeah, but like I said there, David Stevens, how are you going to trade that when it's short sale restricted and hard to borrow? That head and shoulders is a bearish pattern, which means it should sell off. I'm now trading an inverse head and shoulders on 60 degrees. Now this is a bullish pattern because it's the head and shoulders, but it's inverted, so it's the opposite. I'm looking for a move up here. volume needs to come in. We got the volume there, came in for the break of $7, but we've not had much since then. But if you look down here, we had a little bit of an increase in volume when it finally broke $7. Then the pullback, and as it re-broke $7, we re-broke the whole dollar. That's when I got in, and I just put a stop in place. So I'm risking 10 cents effectively right now. $250. $707. No, I'm not risking. I'm risking 16 cents. It already did crash. I was in it, David. I was in it when it crashed below the VWAP. I got out at $5. So ATI now 15 cents. I really need to swap this 20-cent trail out. I'll leave it there. EDTX, I'll leave that there with the trailing stop. If it stops me out, it stops me out. If it moves, it moves. Halt level EDTX, very low volume, but it's volatility halt. Can't really trade that. Nice parabolic move though. What else have I traded today? There's not a lot of movement right now, but the way things have been, SMPX seems to be the look. SMPX gapped up, pulled back. Gapped up, moved up, so it never got over $2. That's why you don't want to be chasing it, because you would have got all excited up there at 180, jumping in over the 175, and then it flushes down. And yeah, just be careful with these penny stocks. They deliberately break your heart. They really do. Right. Yeah, so stopped out there. I wasn't risking too much with it. Only takes one stop. We saw that the other day. I was about this level down. Yeah, the options were there at the open. There's some good movements at the open, but I held on too long or got in too late, and that's unfortunately how it be sometimes. This could still break out. Needs more volume. Let's go back to SMPX. It's not something that I am interested in trading, but it seems to be where the crowds are watching. It curls back up. Yeah, I do, but usually around earnings. So the next couple of weeks, the earnings season, we're back into earnings season now, so you don't get the volatility with the mid and large caps, Ricky Ticky. So I usually wait till earnings. I mean, check out some of the recordings of earnings trades that I've taken with the mid and large caps. The problem with the volatility is you need the leverage or a large account. Now, I've been trading those with larger accounts. So yeah, mid and large cap, the volatility comes in usually around earnings time or when there's a catalyst. You get a lot more volatility in the small caps, but likewise, they tend to be less reliable. Yeah, yesterday was. It depends on what your experience is, Jordy. I mean, I don't offer financial advice, but if you've got no experience in trading and you're just looking for a long-term investment to buy and hold, then personally, for better returns, look at something like TQQQ. So TQQQ, it's an ETF that's linked to the NASDAQ 100, and it's leveraged 3 times. So you'll get good returns on that over the course of a year. So you probably get 20-25% in a good bull run annually on that, which is great. And if you keep it in there for over the course of so average returns on the NASDAQ's about between 8 and 12%. The TQQQ will give you 3 times that, so you're probably looking at about 30% on average. So if you put all your money in the TQQQ at $1,000, you'll get that, and it will compound over time. And if you put that in there for like 30 years, you'll be a millionaire by the time it comes to maturity. So yeah. Will I be streaming whilst away? I'm moving. I'm actually relocating. So I will be streaming once I'm settled, but I need to relocate, and I won't be streaming whilst I'm relocated. So the next 2 weeks after tomorrow is my final day of streaming prior to me relocating. I'll still look at things to trade. I'll still be active in the Discord, but I won't be actively streaming because I just don't have the setup to do that. Yeah, I mean, if you want, I'll be back on the small account come the beginning of August as well. So yeah, keep tuned. I'll be doing some updates. I'll be dropping some videos, but I won't be streaming live as much, if at all, in the next 2 weeks. Snail making a move up. RX at $11. Looking underneath the view. What I want to see is some of these stocks make a move back above the VWAP and then start to move again. We had some good movement after hours yesterday, after lunchtime yesterday. It looks like I'm going to have to be reliant on those lunchtime breakouts if I'm going to get green today. A good green day yesterday, twice, well, 10K yesterday. So, but we're still profitable across the 2 days. We're still profitable on July. Oh, just about, I think. Let me just have a quick look. How profitable did I get on July yesterday? Have I just given it back? Reports, detailed, days times, months of the year. No, I've just given it back. So we're back in drawdown if it stays like this. So we're 5,600 in profit on July. So we need to get another 3K, get back in profit on the month. So I should start saying that, Tom, shouldn't I? I should start becoming one of those TikTok scammers. Send me your $100 and I'll trade it for you. Wonder how many people would do that. Yeah, EDTX. Yeah, it's not going. It's going to be a. Just a minute. There you go. So we'll look at it right now. It's showing 24 on the resumption. I can't see it resuming at 24. It will gap up, but I can't see it being a $24 resumption. The low volume on this means it's going to be one of those take a punt. It's going to be widespread, low volume. So take a punt. It halted at 10:23. It's 10 minutes. Should resume anytime. It's still looking. It might gap up to 24, or it might be a 15-minute halt. So it's looking at a $24 resumption. Should resume in the next 10 seconds if it's a 10-minute halt. That's fine, Stanford. If you just focus on the one thing till you get good at mastering that, it's kind of, don't try and be a master of all trades. I mean, we know that the saying isn't actually, this is more to the saying than, you know, jack of all trades, master of none. Just focusing on getting profitable with one particular strategy, one particular setup. So this is going to be a 15 or possibly even a 20-minute halt. So it's not going to resume now after 10 minutes. So I'm a suspicion that it won't be $24 when it comes back. When this will be less. So might even gap down yet. Yeah, no volume on it. So Neil, PPSI, Pioneer Power Solutions, no volume. There's nobody trading it, so you can't trade that. Well, you can trade it. Good luck to you, but you're not going to be able to trade that reliably. There's just not enough people trading. There's not enough volume on it. Volume and volatility is what's needed for profitable trading. And I've taken 2 trades and kind of got caught and either not cutting it when I should have done or holding it too long. I got flush on SXTP, which set it up, and then I held on to JZXN looking for a breakout when it was just consolidating. So, you know, I know what I've done wrong today, and I can fix that with the right move. Just the right move isn't presenting itself as yet. That's not to say it won't at some stage today. Well, I'm going to wrap it up actually, guys. Yeah, yes. So OEL, the gains we made yesterday, we're pretty much giving it back today. So we're 3K in the hole as it stands right now. We're 3K in the hole on the month of July, halfway through the month, and a bit like June, we made 9K in June in total. So 2 months that not been the best for me in June, not the best in July so far, and I only have tomorrow to make it up. So I will be looking at seeing what else happens. I'm paying attention to see what else happens today, because I just need that one stock to pop up, one stock to take me down, one stock to pop up. ADT, are you going to be the one? Probably not with this kind of volume profile. Inconsistent volume. 625,000 shares traded all day. It is up nice, but probably not something I'm going to trade. Current biggest mover is Nikola. Again, it's below what I like to trade, so not something I'll be getting involved in. So I'm moving out this weekend. My flight is next Thursday. Or rather, her flight is on Thursday. I'm out on Friday, and so I'll be back. I'll be picking her up on the following Tuesday. Give me a chance to get settled. So it's probably going to be August before I'm back trading live. So the next 2 weeks probably, maybe a bit sporadically, but unlikely. Unlikely I'll be trading in the next 2 weeks. EDTX, it halted at 10:23. So we're probably looking at It should resume. If it's a 15-minute halt, it'll be in 30 seconds. I think it's probably going to be a 20-minute halt, so we're probably looking 5 more minutes. Yeah. Well, I've got a beautiful lady waiting for me over there with my daughter, so they made the house all nice and spick and span ready for us. So I'm looking forward to getting back with those. And let's see. Another cross breeze coming through now, which is nice. So it's still looking at 24. It's actually looking like gapping up higher now, EDTX. So 24.54 is the resumption level. 24.50. So what I'll do is I'll wait for this to resume, and then I'll get off. About 4 minutes left. And while we're waiting for EDTX to resume, if you've not smashed the thumbs up button, do it now. You know you want to do it now. And smash that thumbs up button. There's a third of you haven't, so just make sure that if you haven't smashed that thumbs up button, you give it a smash before I finish the stream. While we're waiting for this, I'll let you watch one of these. So Snail is moving up. Let's have a look at Snail. I'll come back to EDTX in a moment. So the larger 5-minute head and inverse head and shoulders, but like, yeah, I'm not feeling Snail. Inconsistent on the volume again. Yeah, we'll see. Not seeing anything really exciting right now. So we have to wait for something to break out. That's halted, but Red Tech X, we've got another one that's not doing anything. You can get in. Level up, level down. There's a $3 spreads on this one. It's the same company, but the spreads are like $4.50. So $4.50 on the spreads. Let's just hope if you're in EDTX that the spreads aren't the same on that. So this should resume in 2 minutes. Just over 2 minutes. And I doubt I'll be doing Power Hour, Tom. I don't think I'll be doing Power Hour. I've got a lot of stuff. It's just a different class of stock. It's the same company, but it's a different class of stock. So no strong momentum at the moment. Yeah, I'll just hire a car to start off with, Nice. And then I'll go and buy one. So we're testing $7 again on SXTP. So now we've got the double bottom formation. EDTX. I'll wait for that to break. New highs here. So EDTX, this should resume at 10:23. So we're now 10:43. So we've got a minute left. The 20-minute halt. Looking at 25.36 as the resumption level. I'm thinking that that's too big. That's like $6 up. I'm thinking this is going to be a half-an-hour halt level. It's teasing you with the resumption levels. I don't think this is going to resume. The imbalance is too much. too much of an imbalance there. So I'm thinking $26 now resumption. If this resumes at 26.50, any news on EDTX? What do you mean any news on the resumption level, or as to news why it's moving up? Just have a quick look at Benzinga. Not seeing any company specific news. It moved last Thursday as well. Moved big last Thursday as well. It went from 12 to 24 last Thursday. So it's going from 14 to maybe 28. No, again, yeah, last Thursday was the same. No company specific news. Just strong, high, high relative volume last Thursday. It's not got the relative volume this week though. That's a bit of a problem that I would say in terms of reliability. Had two big moves across the course of the day, one out of the open and one into the close last Thursday. But we'll see. So yeah, this is going to be a half an hour halt. So it's not going to resume. So we'll look. I'm going to wrap it up, guys. I'll keep an eye on this. I'm going to wrap it up, and I will catch you guys tomorrow, an hour before the market opens. And did we get the breakout here? Yes, we did. Double bottom. Let's have a let's trade this. Let's give this a whirl. So we're at the VWAP now. So looking for a close above the VWAP. We closed slightly above the VWAP. Now we're looking for a new high. So this will be like my final trade before I wrap it up. So 5-minute VWAP coming down to that VWAP 714. Get a $7 bounce, and then a move up, full dollar bounce. 20-cent range, 5 cent, 10 cents on the between 5 and 10 cents on the spreads. So there's a doji there. Move up, break the VWAP, doji, pull back. Now it's not looking too strong. And whilst we did get an increase in volume, slight increase in volume, we really need a new high here. So 725. What's the VWAP? 724. Yeah, not seeing much. Yeah, I'm not going to get in. It's not really setting up. So I'm going to wrap it up, guys. And it's red at the moment. If you're in the Discord, I'll keep you posted on progress throughout the day, and I will also call out anything that I'm seeing that is setting up nicely right now. There is nothing. So in the meantime, guys, take it easy, and I'll see you tomorrow for the last trading day of July for me. So before I move, so after tomorrow, the next time you'll see me trading, I'll probably be in my sunny talks and looking at probably a little bit pinkish after having some sun. So I'll see you guys tomorrow, guys. Take it easy, and watch out for any videos that we're going to be dropping over the coming weeks. Well, I'll drop a few more tutorials, and what I'll do is I'll drop a few of those TikTok scammer reviews, and we'll have a laugh at those. Okay, guys, take it easy, and I'll see you tomorrow.